What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm happy you decided to join us today. As you can see by that title down below, you guys, today we'll be reacting to Apryl Jones Falls Apart after Omarion does this. Dang, this title is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I do remember, a couple of years back, I was really invested in this whole Apryl Jones and Omarion and Lil Fizz situation, right? It was everywhere. It was really hard to miss. I'm not gonna lie. I first got introduced to Apryl Jones and Omarion's relationship through Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and I guess you can say like I really fell in love with them together. Like I fell in love with their relationship. I thought they were a beautiful couple. I hate that, things fell apart the way they did, of course. But I believe things have gotten better, and I do believe that they're, doing the co-parenting thing, and that's all that truly matters, I believe, in my heart, because, the beautiful children that are involved. So yeah, I won't be doing too much talking. Let's just get into the video.
Apryl Jones was born and raised in Chicago, but by 2013, she would be living in California trying to pursue her own musical career. She was at a gym one day when a very popular singer wanted her number, and that particular singer was Omarion.
Ooh, it was her lucky day.
He sent a trainer to get the number himself.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
He ended up getting the number, showing her around time, and
oh, wow.
Not too long after that, they were a couple and were together.
Wow.
And she must have had some really good you-know-what, because within that 3-year time frame, he had 2 kids with her. But wait, stop the show. By 2016, the relationship was over. Fast forward! But we would finally find out why the relationship was over on the Carlos King's podcast.
And so I feel like that was kind of like the space that he was in at the time. When I got pregnant with my daughter, he was like, wait a minute. Okay, we about to have baby number 2. I don't know. I'm maybe guessing for him, but he kind of was in a different space. And I think when he went to Dubai, he had came home one day off a trip, and he was just like, I just kind of like need a break. And I was like, oh.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah,
No warning
that's
signs?
strange.
You guys weren't like arguing or like?
No.
Omarion basically.
Not gonna lie, that is strange. Like, I feel like usually it has to be a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be some type of turmoil. It has to be some type of like something. I don't feel like men are just gonna wake up one day and just be like, okay, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm ready to separate. Like, it has to be a buildup. I think. I mean, I would hope.
Basically comes home and says, I don't want to be with you anymore. I need a break from this relationship. Now, this is very interesting, especially she's pregnant with his second
It's
child.
strange.
And he doesn't want to be in the relationship anymore. This is something that is uncommon for most men.
I agree.
Especially if they love this woman, they care about this woman, they're making a family with this woman. It's something that just doesn't happen without a reason. But this is what Apryl Jones was trying to make it out to be. He just did this for no reason. I don't know why. And then this happens.
April.
Yeah. But I get it. I get it. Like,
But at the time,
I don't get
though,
it.
I didn't.
you didn't.
Yeah.
So he literally came home and just said, I need a break from this.
Yeah, that he wasn't happy with the women that was in his life. He was like, I'm just kind of like
And
feeling like,
you're
I
a
think
part
he
of the
was feeling a lot
women in his
pressure.
life, for sure.
Omari takes care of his family, and like, he's that for his family. And so I think, it was at a point where he came home and he was just like, this is too much for me. And I was like, well.
Apryl Jones says that Omarion was unhappy with the women in his life. And if you hear her talking about this, she starts to say, well, he was taking care of people in his family and all of that, but she is not directing any of this energy on herself.
At herself.
Because if he is unhappy with the women in his family or in his life, wouldn't that indicate you? Woo! But no, she is never admitting any problem came from her end. First, the man comes home, breaks up with her, leaves her for no reason. Then everything was okay from there. Everything was great. But then again, everything is wrong with women in his life, okay? Now, she did admit that she was going through postpartum depression, which obviously that happens with women. But again, you have a new child on the way. Nothing to see here, right?
He's right, you know.
Fast forward. By 2019, Apryl Jones would make one of the most biggest mistakes of her life. She would then get into a relationship with Omarion's bandmate in B2K, Lil Fizz. And from 2019 to 2020, Lil Fizz and Apryl Jones would become a couple. Now, Apryl Jones took a lot of heat from this. And what made it worse is while she was, sleeping with Lil Fizz, Omarion would never respond to it. He would never talk bad about her or him. He would just continue, living his life. Now, obviously, he would punish Lil Fizz by not allowing him to be on the B2K tour.
That's what everybody was calling him.
Damn.
But he would never pressure her or talk bad about her. And what happened is a lot of the fan base started turning on Apryl Jones. They started to make her pay. They basically criticized her and ridiculed her for being basically a sleazebag. Like, how could you sleep
drag
with,
that woman?
Omarion's, at the time, one of the time's best friends, and have a relationship with him. And then, like, how could you ever sleep with your baby daddy's best friend or bandmate,
for sure,
and then feel good about it? And so she actually got tired of this criticism, so she would start to crash out.
Give me an opportunity to speak my fucking truth and put that other person across for me to say his.
That's
and
crazy.
I bet you what they're saying in that room will not be to do. A good blogger, a good interviewer, all of it. Work. Do the job. Interview proper. Do it proper. Give it to the both sides. That's all I'm saying. Give it to the both sides. Give it to the both sides, man. Stop giving it to one side and giving it to the world. Y'all can destroy a person like that.
So she was basically crying, asking the whole world, the whole internet to
hear her out.
Give her the opportunity to clear her name, which you're out here getting your cheeks clapped, so clear that. Woo! And then she started to even attack the audience.
That is the craziest part about it, and this is the psychological fucking disturbance that I have with humans. You're not emotionally intelligent.
I mean, the biggest part of this is the self-denial. So because you're getting your cheeks clapped by your baby daddy's best friend or bandmate, humans are stupid. I mean, not the person who is actually getting her cheeks clapped in a relationship with, the guy's best friend or bandmate since he's known since he was little. That's not a problem. But the humans who are responding to it is the problem.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you is?
And then she would do everything that she could to assassinate his character.
Y'all got it confused. Y'all be sitting here looking at people like, well, this is his, and he's a great person. You don't know that person. You ain't fuck him. You ain't sleep. You ain't, stop. That shit's crazy to me.
So basically, we don't know Omarion. You don't know if he's a good person. You don't know how that person is acting. But the reality is because he never responded to your foolishness, he just automatically seemed like a person that took the higher road while you were crashing out on the internet, being broke, being dusty, getting clapped by Lil Fizz, and then of course that
he
broke
ran
up.
down on
and it just
her.
looked silly, and it made both of you look silly. Like Lil Fizz looked like a dumbass, and then so did you.
I will say though, Lil Fizz, he did do a public apology, and I'm not gonna lie, like, he really took accountability. You know, he was very direct with his statement, and he did it like live on stage in front of like so many fans. I don't even know how many fans were in the building that day, but I had actually seen the clip on some blog page, but I really respected how he, like, he embarrassed Omarion publicly, and then he turned around and he apologized publicly also. And I thought that was huge. I feel like it takes one hell of a man to do something like that. Like, to be able to apologize, or, like, I don't know. I think it was definitely a genuine moment for sure. And man, I watched it and I like, it made me feel so good for that moment. Like, I wanted to like cry almost, like, because it was really a beautiful moment, and I felt like, he owed that to Omarion. You know what I'm saying? And publicly too. Like, he owed that to him.
So did you. And again, taking the higher road always works, especially by not giving you the response that you wanted.
Right.
Damn.
These clips is killing me.
What would end up happening is that Lil Fizz and Omarion would squash the beef,
Yes.
but it would happen publicly.
Yes.
And this is the one important thing that I like about accountability. And I understand that many people felt like what Lil Fizz did to Omarion was unforgivable. And
Yeah, it was.
It does reek of being unforgivable. But when
It
B2K was
something
such
that was
a powerful band,
very tasteless.
and as people still wanted to see them tour,
Yes.
it was something that could be forgiven, at least business wise,
Yeah.
because it still brought in money,
Mhm.
right? It was still something that they've all built.
Yeah, him
together.
doing that really messed
Apryl
up his
Jones
bag.
came in
Like,
much later,
and B2K
than
as a whole.
So the obvious bond between Lil Fizz and Omarion, was stronger
Mm-hmm.
than that of him and Apryl Jones. Okay, and I want you to understand what Lil Fizz did and how much of a man it takes to come out publicly and admit
Listen.
this.
I did some stuff to my brother. Some snake. And I'm not proud of it, man. So I want to sit here humbly and sincerely apologize to you for any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family, though.
See, that apology was so
That is
genuine.
Lil Fizz doing something that most people wouldn't do.
Yes.
Owning up to a mistake
Right.
in front of the entire world.
Right.
Okay. Saying, listen, I've wronged you and I've hurt your feelings. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On this Carlos King podcast, Apryl Jones would do something similar, or at least she would have tried to do something similar.
Okay.
And I want you to see the difference.
I'm not who I was 7 years
Okay.
ago. I'm not who I was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Sorry, if that's what you need to hear.
Wait.
Sorry to anyone.
Okay. Ooh. It started off so good, right? It started off so good. I was feeling her. I was like, okay. Yeah. And then like I don't know, it just kind of went left, kind of like, it just seemed so like, I don't know, like it was just nothing genuine about it. And I hate to even say that because I like Apryl, but it just, I don't know. It's unsettling a little bit. Like I said, I like the way she started, it seemed like it was going to be like a sincere apology. And then it kind of she kind of went off course a little bit, like, sorry, like, girl, it just made me want to say to Apryl, like, put yourself in O's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself in his shoes, like, and like really put yourself there. You know what I'm saying? Say you were in a band, you were in a girl group or something like that. you met O, and because you met O and you guys formed a relationship and a family, you were then introducing O to the world, you know, and the world fell in love with him because of you. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys end up, you know, going your separate ways. But then he turns around, he starts dating one of your bandmates from your girl group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't feel too good about how this one's going, but let me let her finish. Maybe she might save it at the end or something, but come on, Apryl. Come on, girl.
To anyone that feels like they were betrayed or they were hurt. We do that when we are not in good spaces and places in our life. We do that. So I'll say I'm sorry to anyone who has felt like at these times in my life when I didn't know how to coast through, when I didn't know what I was dealing with, when I didn't have the answers to it, that maybe a hurt person could have hurt people.
Now, look at how she's acting in comparison to Lil Fizz. Lil Fizz is addressing
Fizz, his apology was way better, far more better.
Listen, I made a mistake.
It felt genuine. You just felt it.
Doesn't matter how I was feeling in my life at the time. I was incorrect for what I did. But Apryl Jones has all of these excuses. Well, I'm not the same person I was then, and anybody that I hurt, well, sorry, well, you know, because I was at that point in my time in my life when everything was going whatever it was, and so, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, do you hear that attitude? Do you hear that particular tonality?
Yes.
This is the
real
heard and felt with Apryl Jones. There is no level of accountability, and it goes back to why they broke up in the first place. He left you because there were things he wanted you to do as a woman that you were not mature enough to do.
At this point, I feel like the smartest thing for Apryl, especially if she's going to be doing like, you know, podcasts and interviews and stuff like that, I feel like when it comes to her relationship, I wouldn't even answer or address any of those questions because I don't even think Omarion addresses anything. Like, you know, because she knows, of course she knows that they're going to ask. Of course she knows that they're going to want to know. And of course, she also knows that as soon as you answer, girl, you're going right to the vlogs. You're going viral. People want to know. People are so nosy and still invested in this whole situationship that, like, they want to know. You know what I'm saying? And I think, honestly, her best bet is to just not even answer questions pertaining to that relationship. Like, especially for the sake of, like, you know, the children and stuff like that. Like, they don't need to go back and rewatch stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to see it. And it's old. It's over. It's done with. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I feel like they're back in a happy place. So let's keep it happy. Let's keep it there. It's no need to even dwell on the past. You know what I'm saying? Because then you say stuff like that, and then it got everybody else looking at you like, girl, after all you did, and this is how you come in, this is the apology. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know.
To do. And so when he decided to leave you alone, well, then you had to make a straw man argument and say, well, nothing was wrong. Everything was going great. And all the problems that he had were the women in his life. But I mean, you're probably the most important woman in his life at the time because you're carrying his children. But you don't want to own up to whatever problems you had. I doubt that a man was just in a relationship with you and never expressed problems or what he didn't like. But what happens is, and typically this is what happens a lot of men, you get tired of talking to a person that you can't get through to. So there is just no use in talking to you, especially if you have other opportunities with somebody who will actually listen to you. And so then when you didn't like the response that he gave and he left you, you thought about being vindictive. You didn't want to get your family back the right way, which is, okay, listen, I want to talk to you. I want to come back. I know I've wronged you. We have these children. I want to be your wife, or I want to be your girlfriend or whatever. I want to make it work. Like, we are your family. I want to do this. No, you didn't try to do that. You wanted to get even with the guy by sleeping with his friend. And now he should never trust Lil Fizz ever again. But both of you did it because you wanted to hurt him. And then that backfired. And now you're talking about it on Carlos King, and you still don't want to take any accountability for your own actions. And then it just shows that you've never grown from Apryl Jones in 2016
my gosh, I was just gonna say that.
2025.
It doesn't look like growth when
grown.
it's,
and this is something that I've noticed
like,
with a lot of people who
when it's
feel
said
that
like
just
that.
because
Oh,
they're
my bad,
older,
y'all.
they have grown. And in some ways, you may have grown. But the clearest indicator of all growth is accountability. When you can sit there and say,
I agree.
literally, I was wrong. I made a mistake.
Right.
I did something to somebody that I loved. It
Right.
was my fault. No matter if that person did that or not, I had no reason to act in this particular
That
way.
manner.
And
Yeah.
because she cannot say that, you know what that makes her?
What?
It makes you emotionally
Immature.
immature. That's the
I know
fundamental
it.
issue
Yes.
that a lot of ladies like her may have. And they wonder why they can't get to where they want to be. And so when times get hard, you know, they will start to talk like this about men.
What is happening with the men in the world? They want to be catered to. They
I can't even. When I hear it out loud, it just sounds.
They want to be catered to. They give you bare minimum. They don't want to spend money.
It's
Men
not
will
about
come
the
with
money.
the bill will come to the table, and the
Money
men
does
don't
not
grab the
bring
bill.
happiness.
Women are grabbing the bill first.
I know you guys remember this clip of Apryl Jones just last year. It was her talking about these guys don't want to spend money. They don't want to take you out. They don't want to do all these things. All they want to do is clap. Well, obviously, it's not because you're not beautiful. You still are
Right.
very beautiful.
Oh my gosh,
It's
she's
just
gorgeous.
that when you're unaccountable and you're a pain to be around and you don't have very, very much value, guys don't want to put more effort than what is required because they're not going to get anything out of it. And so you want to blame the men for how they're treating you, but they're not seeing you as valuable because you don't want to put in the work that it takes for you to become valuable to the kind of men that you want to be around. Therefore, what you get is... And again, you can go around your life and doing this as much as you want. And I mean, a lot of people do this. This is not just her. But the reality is that most people don't want to put up with somebody like this. And they just won't. It's just really what it is. They won't put up with it. Nobody wants to deal with it. And if they can do something better than you, i.e. somebody who's successful and has money, guess what? Fundamentally, they will. And you will be the one, A, left outside, B, upset, C, unaccountable, and just D, all of the above. I mean, it's just pathetic. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Usher Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junker. Put your for all you do for the bell. We're out.
I love his breakdowns. I'm not gonna lie. He put in a lot of clips that brought it all home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he hit on a lot of key elements and key parts to the story, and I really enjoyed that. I really like how he put this together. I'm honestly loving his channel so far. I will not lie. And I'll make sure I link the original video and also his channel down below in the description box. So if you guys wanted to head over there and subscribe to his channel also, or just watch the original video without me in it, you know, that'll be fine too. Also, if you guys enjoyed today's reaction, please make sure you are tapping that love button for me. It does let the algorithm know that you guys are enjoying my content, and it pushes me up there with the rest of those YouTube sharks. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe now, and also tap that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I do upload a video. Therefore, you won't miss me and I won't miss you. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you on my next upload. Don't forget to leave your feedback down below. Don't forget that. I almost forgot to tell you that, but make sure y'all get in the comments and let me know something. Let me know how y'all felt about the video, how y'all felt about everything that was discussed, and everyone's opinions, minds, O'Shea's, everybody's. Just let me know how you feeling. And yeah, I'll catch you in my next upload. Bye. What's up, y'all? Welcome. Sorry.
It's Miaaaa, that girl you came to see. So grab your snack and just sit back, leave a comment in the chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's Miaaaa, that girl you came to see. So grab your snack and just sit back, leave a comment in the chat.